episode, we're going to be covering the basics of what you need to do this job. The first thing you need, obviously, is a vehicle. It can be a car, truck, SUV. You can even do it on a bicycle. But here in Canada, I wouldn't recommend that in the winter. The type of vehicle you should have should be something small, 4-cylinder, 4-door. Is that what I have? Absolutely not. This is a 2010 Dodge Journey. It's horrible on gas, but it does have some advantages. I've picked up orders before from places such as Home Depot that there's no way I could have fit them in a small car. So having the cargo space came in handy. But if you're just going to do this as a side hustle or a couple of hours a day gig, ideally you want something that's small and good on gas. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is a good cell phone. Doesn't have to be top of the line. Does have to have internet access, so you need data, and you need a lot of data. As you'll see later this week, I actually run out of data, and I have 12 gigs a month. That's because, as you will see in upcoming videos, I use more than one phone at a time, but I only have one data plan. I share the data using mobile tethering between all of my phones. That includes my primary phone that I do the DoorDash on, my secondary phone that I do the Uber Eats on, and the third phone that I shoot the videos with. So I have 3 magnetic mounts located in my car. You will see these 2 in upcoming videos because these are the ones I primarily use. I also have a third one over here. You'll also need chargers. Doing this job will drain your battery very fast. On average, it'll drain your battery about 1% per minute. So unless you're only going to work about 2 hours, or you have a brand new fantastic phone with a super battery life, there's no way you're going to make it through an 8-hour shift without recharging your phone. Alright, so I have 4 charging ports down here. I have 2 cords plugged in right now. I have wires running to all of my devices. Like so, I can keep everything nice and fully charged throughout the entire day. A couple of other things that you should have on hand while you're delivering. A cup of small change, dimes, nickels, quarters. The reason for that, at least in this market of London, is a lot of times I have to pay to park. But I don't want to use my debit card or credit card, so I just pull up to a meter that actually still takes change, drop in a quarter, it gives me 6 minutes to go in, grab the food, come out, or to deliver it to the customer, especially in the downtown apartment area. Another thing I keep with me at all times, a flashlight. Now, as you'll see in upcoming videos, most of the time I only work during the day, so it's not 100% necessary, but sometimes if it's dark, it's rainy, even during the day, a flashlight's going to come in really handy. And then the other thing I keep up here is a multi-tool. It has a knife on it, it has a pair of pliers. Sometimes you need to cut into something. It's just good to have, instead of carrying a knife or something which could get you into trouble, just carry a simple multi-tool. It doesn't even have to be this big. You can get these half this size. This just happens to be the one I have. So another big key to success is insulated delivery bags. Now on Uber Eats, we don't have to have these. There's no requirement for them. On DoorDash, there is. However, you should use them for all your deliveries. It makes the restaurants happier. Some restaurants will not release the order to you unless you have an insulated bag. And it makes the customer happy. Even if it's a drop-in door, assume the customer can see you at all times. Between Ring doorbell cams or them just looking out the window, they can see you on their property and they can see that you're coming up to the door with an insulated bag. It gives them peace of mind that their food is still hot or cold, whatever it's supposed to be. Now I have multiple insulated bags, all for different purposes. This is the standard DoorDash delivery bag that every driver is sent when you sign up. I do use this one, but as a backup. This is not my primary bag. I don't like the shape of it. The fact that it folds flat is convenient for storage, but you gotta pop it back into place every time you want to use it. I find that a bit of a hassle. This is my primary delivery bag. It's a hard-sided rectangular bag that with a closing lid. I can fit pretty much any standard order in this. A McDonald's order, a Tim Hortons order, anything in a standard size delivery bag will fit in this, and I can close the lid. This is the standard DoorDash delivery pizza bag. A lot of pizza places require you to have a pizza bag to pick up their orders. Also on DoorDash, whenever you get an order from a pizza place, it asks you to confirm that you have a pizza bag. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I actually get paid a little bit more on those orders because I have this bag. And then the fourth bag I have is called a catering bag. This one I got from Walmart, obviously. You can see the logo. It's good for delivering groceries, but it's also good for large orders. If you're going into a restaurant and picking up 2 or 3 orders at a time, this is the bag you want to use. Now, as far as where I got these bags, this one was given to me by Walmart. I don't know if they still have them, but if you're picking up a grocery order at Walmart, ask them if they have any of the big blue bags left. They will give this to you for free of charge. The DoorDash pizza delivery bag, same thing. I went into a Little Caesars one day. They asked me if I had a pizza bag because I'd been using the blue Walmart bag. I said no, I didn't have one. They gave this to me. Apparently DoorDash sent a whole bunch of these out to pizza shops such as Little Caesars to give to the drivers. So again, I got this free of charge. It didn't cost me a thing. This one, again, if you've signed up for DoorDash, you should already have one of these. This would have been sent to you in your welcome pack along with your red card. This one, the workhorse of my fleet, this one I did pay for. But you can pick these up for about $10. And that is $10 well spent. Alright, finally some things that really everyone should have in their car, but you should definitely have if you make your living in your car. First thing you should have is a 4-way tire iron. These things are invaluable. They'll fit damn near any size car, and it just makes it a lot easier. If you're stuck on the side of the road, you have to change your tire. You're going to get it off a lot quicker with this than whatever tire iron came with your car, I promise you. Next is you should always have some fluid. You should always have a quart of motor oil in your vehicle. Again, if you're out on the side of the road, you need to put some oil in your engine. It's a good thing to have. Make sure you always check your oil regularly. Maintain your oil changes. Personally, I prefer to use the high mileage motor oil. She's an older beast, but even in a newer car, you can go twice as far on that motor oil. Instead of having to get your oil changed every 5,000 kilometers, you can get it changed every 10,000 kilometers. When you drive as much as we do, it's a good idea to double the amount of mileage you can go between oil changes. It's just easier for all of us. I also have a jug of antifreeze. Especially in a cold Canadian winter, if it starts to get cold outside, like it is today, you want to make sure that you have antifreeze in your engine. Not only does it protect your engine, it actually produces the heat inside the cab of your car. Without this, you have no heat and you freeze. Booster cables. A lot of times we're sitting waiting for an order. You might shut the engine off, but we're still listening to the radio. Your battery gone dead. This has actually happened to me. I was not even in London at the time. I was doing some deliveries outside of the city, waiting for some deliveries. My battery went dead. I had no way to start my vehicle. I had booster cables. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anyone that would give me a boost. That's where one of these bad boys comes in. This is a self-contained boosting pod. As long as this is charged, I can start my own vehicle with a dead battery. The added plus to this one, it also has an air compressor on it. So if my tires start to get a little slack, I have a tire pressure sensor in my truck, let me know when my tires are low. I can pull this out, inflate my tires right on the side of the road. I don't need to worry about finding a gas station or worrying that I have change to pay for the pump. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jamie and I'm a Canadian gig delivery driver. Today is Wednesday, January 11th. The time is 8 a.m. Now, I am what I consider a daytime driver. I work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday to Sunday. Mondays and Tuesdays are my day off. So as you can see, I have my apps ready to go. I multi-app, which means I use 2 apps at the same time. You can do this on one phone. My preference is to do it on 2. That way I can see everything that's going on both. So you can see I have my DoorDash ready to go. And we're going to take a look and see what the promos are. And there are no promos for today. Fantastic. Okay. And then we have the DoorDash or the Uber ready to go. We'll take a look at the opportunities there. Now, as for boosts, let's see. We've got one that's just about to end. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1.2 through 2.3. The low end will be in the London market. The high end is always the St. Thomas market. All right, and then 11 to 2, we've got a 2 times boost. 2 to 5, we've got a 2 times boost. So we've got some decent boosts on Uber Eats today. So we got the first delivery of a new week completed. Was it ideal? No. The dollars to kilometer ratio was decent. Unfortunately, because of the traffic delay and a wait at the restaurant, it took a little bit longer than I would have liked. But let's see what we can get next. So let's talk about some goals that I personally set for a shift. My first goal is that I want to be paid at least $1 per kilometer. Now, I know a lot of my American counterparts say $2 a mile, and that makes sense. When you do the conversion, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. So we should be getting paid $2 for every 1.6 kilometers, or $1 for every 800 meters. Just for easy conversion, we do $1 per kilometer. The second goal is I want to make at least $20 an hour. In my market, that is a fair dollar amount. Some hours I make more than that. Some hours I make less. But the average should be about $20 an hour. The third goal that I have is I want to make 3 deliveries per hour. Getting the 3 deliveries per hour pretty much takes care of goal 1 and goal 2. So we've come to a Walmart to pick up a grocery delivery order. These orders can be very hit or miss on your wait time. I've come to Walmart's and had the order in my car within 2 or 3 minutes. Other times it's taken 20, 25 minutes, which really chews into your time. So we will just wait and see how long this one takes. It's 10:08 right now. Okay, we got crazy lucky on that one. It is now 10:12, so 4 minutes from the time I called, they brought it out and loaded it into my car. So let's see, confirm. All right, so we have got no directions. Ha, all right, there we go. 7 minutes, 3.8 kilometers. So we've gotten a DoorDash order for $8 for 6.1 kilometers. Just here to pick it up now. One thing I've noticed with DoorDash is when it says that the order is $8, they tend to pay out more. I don't know if that's just a coincidence that I've noticed or if it's a pattern, but we'll pick this one up, deliver it, and see what happens. So picked up the order, it was ready, which is always fantastic. We are 5 kilometers away, 8 minutes. So my hunch did pay off on that order. It ended up paying $9.50. So that's maybe something we'll watch for more often, just to see if it is a pattern or if it's just coincidence. All right, so we've arrived to pick up our order. This is a unique restaurant in that they bring the order out to the car, and they're bringing it out to me now. This is perfect. All right, that one went perfectly. It took me about 8 minutes. And in that time, I also got 2 more orders, both on Uber Eats. One is $5 for about 700 meters. The second one add-on was plus $12.45 for an extra 8 kilometers. So we're on our way to go pick those up. We wrapped up those 2 deliveries, turned on both our apps again, and we're just waiting for the next. All right, we just got another great double. It's a KFC and a Shell gas station, but they're both going to the same place. It's about 4.5 kilometers and $15. So we've picked up both our orders, and now we are 3 minutes, 1.4 kilometers away from dropping off both. All right, gang, we are in the last hour of our shift today. It's been a fairly decent day. A little bit of trouble with the Uber Eats app, but that's not unusual, unfortunately. So we'll finish up this hour, and then we'll figure out our totals. So we got our first surge of the day on Uber Eats. It's a $1 surge for the downtown area. It's not a great surge, obviously, but I'm in the area, so let's see if we can get something. So almost right away, we got a good order. $14 for 4.5 kilometers, 2 stops. Okay, so let's wrap up our day and compare that to our goals. So our goals for today were to make $20 an hour. And for today, we did $22.69 per hour. The goal was in 8 hours was to make 24 deliveries. We made 22. So even though we didn't hit our goal for delivery, we actually surpassed the dollar per hour goal. And then the final goal was to be paid at least $1 per kilometer driven. So this includes not only the trip to the restaurant, but then from the restaurant to the customer's house, and then driving back to another hotspot to pick up another delivery. And today we did $1.43 per kilometer. So overall, not a bad day. We'll see you tomorrow.